Let's try this question next. So this was from @bagsm86. Thank you for the question. The question is, how and how much money should I put into a bridge account until collecting Social Security? Okay, very good question. Not enough there to really give a specific answer to your specific case, but this is an interesting concept that's worth broadly just tackling for a second. Um, so the real question here is, how should an early retiree size and invest the bridge between retirement and Social Security? So essentially, just to illustrate, if we're retiring at 61 and we don't claim Social Security till 67 and we have no other income sources, we have this period of time called bridge years where we need to have income from some source that is really primarily our portfolio to get us through to that additional income source, which is Social Security. And financial planning tools are really great at this, but also some very simple basic math would be useful. This is not advice, but this is a kind of structurally how you might approach it. We need a good sense of your desired spending for each year in retirement. We need a good sense of any income sources that you have unrelated to Social Security or portfolio income. So if you have a pension, rental income, gifts, whatever coming in. And then we need a sense of what kind of tax objectives you would like to try to achieve leading up to your actual Medicare age or Social Security claiming age. And then finally, we're going to want to take a look at the total portfolio value. And even if we assume, let me back up. We're going to want to look at the total portfolio value, identify a spending capacity, see if that spending capacity is higher or lower than the desired spending. And then what we can start to do is figure out where the income should be drawn from. Because kind of underlying this question, this idea of a bridge between retirement and Social Security is something like, if I have money in accounts that are not accessible until I get to Social Security. If you retire at 59, you can't access money till 59 and a half, but if from 59 and a half till 62, you claim as early as 62, you can withdraw money without penalties from a retirement account. So the real thing here is like this concept of bridge. It's like there's not how much to put in a bridge account because you're not necessarily going to differentiate the account type necessarily unless you're retiring very early, many years before the age 59 and a half limitation. What we're really thinking through here is just what would be the right sequence of accounts to withdraw from in those bridge years between when I retire and when I claim Social Security, so that I'm withdrawing in a tax efficient manner that allows for the tax objectives that would be worthwhile to consider during those years, such as pre-Medicare health insurance, Roth conversions, maybe some other odds and ends here. And can I position my assets, my tax location, the account types that my assets are in such a way as to facilitate that? That's probably the root of this question. That's how I would think about it. Now, maybe there's a separate question that's not asked here, because the question here is how and how much to put in bridge account until collecting Social Security. Maybe there's an underlying question there that's more along the lines of investments, like how should I invest those funds because they're the earliest funds I would draw from? And that is a much more complicated and longer answer that I will save for a longer video where I can really do the justice that it deserves. But overall, I would say this is an exercise of understanding your desired spending, understanding whether your spending capacity can meet it, and then determining a sequence of withdrawals that would allow for the tax optimizations and behaviors that you can do in the years leading up to Social Security, but after you have retired. But thank you for the question, Bags N86. I hope that answer helped a bit. Real quick, let me show you the exact 3-pillar comprehensive retirement roadmap that takes retirees from uncertainty to peace of mind that less than 1% of retirees actually have in place. Now, I built hundreds of these for retirees, and I can say with a high degree of confidence that these are the 3 pillars every retiree needs to have in place in order to have full confidence that they're not missing anything in their retirement plan. And I broke each of these down by the specific questions. You can see them here that each needs to be answered and the best way to answer them. Now, we've done this across pre-retirees, recent retirees, married couples, single retirees, $1 million portfolios, $10 million portfolios, all the above, and it works. And it's my gift to you today. It's absolutely free. It's in the first link in the description below this video. It's going to say free comprehensive retirement roadmap training. Just click the link, enter your info, and you'll get instant access all for free.